Welcome to another trade recap video. Today is Tuesday, the 4th of August, and we're going to go over the one and only trade that I ended up taking today on the Nasdaq during New York Open to secure 1.5 R on my evaluation account. Without any further ado, let's dive in. First, let me show you proof of equity. So same 5 evals as I was showing in the last trade recap videos. 3 out of 5 I've passed halfway in the first round, let's say. This one is a bit above break even, took 1 loss and 1 win there. This one is up halfway as well. This one is breached halfway, took 1 loss. And this one today is past halfway. So tomorrow I'm starting on the first one again. If I can secure 1 win on either of the 3 that are past halfway, then those will be passed and ready to trade funded. Moving on to the charts, the one and only trade that I ended up taking today was in New York. So coming in the market at 9:30 a.m. EST, right before stock exchange open, we could see that price was delivering from a 15-minute fair value gap prior to market open. On the downside, we had a 1 hour UFEG, we had another 1 hour below and London low, of course, but I'm not going to draw these out for the sake of simplicity since they won't be important. Price just rallied up the whole session. And then on the 4 hour, moving to the left, we can see that we have 3 previous day highs and a 4 hour unmitigated fair value gap. ES was pretty close to all-time highs, so that's something interesting as well, especially once we see what Nasdaq did once the market opened, which is basically just a huge rally upwards. Right before 9:30, we had this piece of unexpected news, something about the war in Iran, if I'm not mistaken. We can check that actually on Forex Factory. Yeah, regarding the reopening of the Strait of Hormuz. So there was a data high that was put in as well, which was also just nearest 15-minute high. So when the market opened, price immediately shot up. Usually I start on the 30-second time frame, but there wasn't really anything interesting to participate in. Price just rallied up. Some people might have traded this opening range candle for continuation. I did not. I remained patient. Price took out previous day high, and then we set in opening range high at around 942, which was here. So we already took out previous day high, 2 previous day highs, sorry. And we then put in opening range high, creating this 2-minute gap right here, and this 1-minute gap below. So at that point, what I am doing is, first of all, seeing, do I have enough points to opening range high? Is there a potential to trade it for me? I want 38 points as I'm using a static stop loss and risk management, 25 to 38. So I want at least 38 points, which was aligning with the draw from that 2-minute gap. And then, of course, I'm waiting for a tap in to that gap to opening range high. Could have taken the first step in here already, but it was still 944. Opening range high wasn't put in officially yet. That's not a necessity. This is definitely a trade I can take. But since we created a lot of gaps below that we didn't tap in yet, I waited for a bit more of a pullback into the first 1-minute gap, which was right here. So 944 candle opens, and then you could either enter at the 2-minute gap, tap in and go for 38 points straight to opening range high, or you could do what I did, which is entering at this 1-minute gap. Both would have worked. The 2-minute, however, barely. It did work, and I entered here at the tap in of the 1-minute gap, which was basically a straight win. Very easy trade, one of my favorite draws, opening range high, both as opening range low, of course. and just a mistake setup for me. Happy that I entered the trade, even though I wrote down in my journal that I could have traded from the 2-minute gap, and actually I should have traded from the 2-minute gap, but I got a bit scared with all this liquidity below and I waited a bit longer. But regardless, happy that at least I entered, because last week I faded 2 setups like this because we already took out a lot of sell side. It was then, now it was buy side. But even after taking a lot of buy side or sell side, this is still one of my favorite setups to take, the tap in to opening range high or opening range low when we have a lot of momentum going there. That was the one trade I ended up taking on the day. If you have any questions, leave them down in the comment section below. I'll be very happy to help you. Other than that, wish you the best day of your life so far. What that means is tomorrow is gonna be even better. Goodbye for now.